just think the fact they're racing up the centre, my worry about him getting a clear run shouldn't really apply. What about you?
I agree with you. We'll go down together with Sing Out Loud. Almost set. And with just a couple left, let's get to Richard.
Thanks, David. I think there's a couple. It's a bit hard. Misty Burnham's very well camouflaged, but I think he's in. Noble Peace in the stall too. Could just about be the last here for the NetBet Android app handicap. They do indeed leave the stalls. Sing Out Loud and Wakas by no means the best away. That went to Frank Bridge and also King of the Sand on the wide outside. King of the Sand and Frank Bridge setting a brisk gallop here in the conditions, with Macaque racing in third place. In the Red and Noble Peace are the next two as they race through the first furlong. Paula Victoire racing in about sixth, just ahead of Misty Burnham. The lighter of the greys this time next year has about three behind, and those three are a little detached at the moment. They include Sing Out Loud, Wakas and Ad Modem, who is struggling to keep up. So Macaque it is who now leads the turn. From in second place Frank Bridge, In the Red and Noble Peace. King of the Sand was restrained back into a share of fifth place on the outside of Dorado in the white colours with the red cap. Then towards the inside In the Red and red and white colours of Misty Burnham. Behind these Paula Victoire, then this time next year Sing Out Loud, a couple of lengths to Wakas, and still the back marker is Ad Modem. So they fan out up the straight here. Macaque staying over to the far side in the pink colours. Then we have Frank Bridge. Between that pair is Noble Peace and In the Red. At the moment, that quartet up the centre are doing best with Misty Burnham and Dorado. Over on the far side, Sing Out Loud is trying to stay on as well. This time next year, King of the Sand are all well beaten. So Macaque out in the centre, bidding to land this gamble. Dorado on the stand side is making good progress to come through and now challenge the leader. A furlong to go. Dorado, red cap on the right. Macaque in the pink colours out in the centre. Running on strongly is this time next year the grey. Over on the far side, Noble Peace as well. Macaque for Oisin Murphy still has the lead. Dorado's got to within 3/4 of a length. Macaque edging over to the near side. Dorado can't get there. Macaque wins the last. Lands a gamble double for Oisin Murphy. Dorado second, Noble Peace third. Fourth place this time next year, or Sing Out Loud.
Macaque has justified support. Head on will be interesting here. He's 4-1 joint favourite in the end with Sing Out Loud. Dorado, there's no doubt I doubt there was any contact, but he was carrying Dorado across the course and not helping that horse's chance to try and come by. Gut feeling when they cross the line is that nothing will get changed, but I think it's worth a look.
Yeah, I think you're right. It is worth a look, and I think you're also right that nothing much would happen. I think that, he's won decisively enough and proved both of us completely wrong. Yeah. And he was absolutely fine on the ground and absolutely... he's almost putting himself up a little bit. He's idling a bit, isn't he? He's definitely won far enough to not be a problem in the stewards' room. But anyway, he's run really well, and the market support was spot on. And Dorado, who's only had his second ever run at a mile, certainly got every inch of the trip. And you've got to think that must be the way they're going to go. I thought we liked Sing Out Loud, really struggled with the trip. I thought he'd be fine dropping the trip. He would flat to the ball from way out. I'm not sure he's in the best part of the track.
I'm sure he's not.
But part of that was because he wasn't going quick enough to come right over. I think Jim Crow was just trying to save a bit of ground to get him involved, but it was labours. I don't know if he got fourth or not, but really, really labours. So that was a slightly disappointing effort.
Take a look at the head. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, they've not contacted. I'm sure he'll be fine.
As we see it once more. Eventual third. Noble Peace, like Pesach's side, defending his crown, has finished in third place. It's a good run from that horse. He's
running into a bit of form. The race at Lingfield last time out was a bit better, and this again was better. There's not that much time for the flat season left, but like I said, it's all you'll see again, I think.
Yeah. Well, the Bing Bong, it's been announced. They are going to have a look, and they've got to. It'd be silly if there wasn't an inquiry, but based on what we've seen, I wouldn't be sweating too much if I was on Macaque.
No, I mean, did interference take place? Well, yes, in the sense that he's caused the runner-up to move over. Who caused it? The winner. In the opinion of the stewards, it'll be, did the interference possibly make the difference between winning and losing? And that's very hard to argue, I think, to be honest.
Not.
That's very challenging. Yeah. I'd like to say different. I think he'll probably keep it.
I suspect you'll be right. And he's made just about every yard of the running. And Dorado was just in the front rank. A few of these were the big outsider. Admodem was struggling early, were cast towards the back. Yeah, Sing Out Loud was always flat out, and just perhaps he does want a bit further, but
yeah. Sharp contrast to the winner, Dave. The most striking thing about the win was how well he travelled in front. He was on the bit till, well, 2 out anyway. He lasted, Dorado come off a bit before him, and in the end he's probably getting tired at the finish, but he lasted an awful long time in his own comfort zone.
It's drifted left. Initially, Dorado has gone towards him. That probably a part on David Probert, just to try and engage the other horse, get him into a battle.
Absolutely, and you thought for a second, half a furlong out, he might cause him to stretch out even more, and he has. He definitely has slightly, but he's holding the half length or whatever it is at the end, isn't he?
This time next year, given the drastic drop in trip, his last 6 runs, 3 of them mile and 4, so a mile and 6, the other 3 over hurdles. Here he is over a mile, and he couldn't quite get involved, but he's the grey on the right, running on 4.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this probably is a trip too short, but he's certainly run like he's in reasonable form. It really is looking attritional as we close the card, isn't it? This last time we're going to see Goodwood Fruit Hill, whatever it is, next May, and it's really, really winter ground to end with.
Yeah, half a length the winning margin, and stamina sapping stuff.